I'm Quadira Coles, and today I'm the face of America. Well, you might not take an interest in politics, but politics take an interest in you. Everything about politics involves you. It impacts your life on the national level, state level, and especially the local level, down to the schools you attend and what type of resources your school have, who runs the police department in your area. If you feel like your area is just, like the police department in your area is not really adequate, the people who run the police department are actually voted in. So you have a say-so who gets to run your police department, and that can change everything in your environment. So I try to tailor my conversation with people who aren't interested in politics. I tailor in a way that they understand that, wow, like this actually impacts my life, and everything I complain about on a day-to-day basis, it can be addressed through voting and through becoming civically engaged. So I just tailor everything I talk about to the person that I'm speaking to, and I just make it fit their lifestyle so then they understand and they can say, okay, this is very relevant to my life, so let me get active and engaged in my community and in politics. My name is Quadira Coles, and I consider myself a democracy entrepreneur. I use creative and innovative entrepreneurial techniques to make my community more just, more equitable for everyone. I have my MPA in public policy and my BS in criminal justice. I consider myself an activist. I do a wide range of things, and I cover a wide range of issues, especially issues of impacting the African American and female community. I'm a bookworm. I love to read. I love to read books on racial justice, gender justice, our history. I'm pretty much a policy wonk. I love reading legislative policies. I love politics. I'm just like an oddball in my community, but I use my passion in order to uplift my community and help educate my community so that we all can do better as a collective. So Black Resource actually started off as an Instagram blog. So because I like to read, I felt like me reading informally actually fueled my passion. Like, I don't think anything I know now I learned in school, at least not in elementary or middle school or high school. Maybe in high school just a bit, but I figured that I can give back to my community by sharing what I've learned through reading. So I started this blog to initially write small pieces about what I've learned, so then so that my community or people who follow me, people who read the blog, can also be educated on the same issues that I'm educated in. And that actually motivated me to do better, to go to school, to go get my master's, and to really strive for success. So I figured if they know the same things I know, then they would possibly do the same. So it started off as that blog, and then I just wanted to take it a step further and maybe become like an entrepreneur, because a lot of my peers are more into entrepreneurship rather than working for somebody or working for public office. So I figured if I want to target this population, I might as well go where they're at and take an entrepreneurial step and route to restoring democracy or having my peers become more civically educated and more civically engaged. So I turned it into a business. So now I still do the blogging, but I also have other aspects to it where I offer policy advocacy workshops where I would train people how to advocate for legislation in their communities. And it's just a simple thing that a lot of people don't know, and I feel like if I have that knowledge, I might as well just share that knowledge. And I also have some other cultural things a part of the business. Like I worked with a graphic designer to create a strong, powerful piece that exemplified what I'm trying to do with my work. So I'm working on putting that on graphic t-shirts. It's just something that people can wear to express their love for knowledge, their need for liberation and educational freedom. And I also have a section where I have book recommendations. Everyone's always asking me, well, what books do you read? So I figured I put them all on my website. Every book that I've read so far that it fits the theme of my business, Black Resource, and I put it on there, and you can actually shop directly from my website through Amazon, the books that I've read. Well, I am Team Warren all the way. I love Warren. I feel like she is not your typical politician. She's not there for the limelight. She's really not concerned about what Donald Trump is doing. She's just focused on her policies, her work, and really helping the people that she hopes to serve one day as president. And one thing I want to say is people really need to educate themselves on every single candidate. Even though I'm already Team Warren, I still educate myself on every single candidate out there because there might be something that someone is saying that I gravitate towards. I'm not voting based off of name recognition. I'm not voting based off popularity. I'm voting based off of what these people are saying and what they say they're going to do when they're in office. And I think a lot of people, they vote just because they know the name. Like Bernie Sanders, I love him. He's awesome. And I feel like a lot of people is going for Bernie because his name has been floating around for some time. In the same way with Biden, his name has been around for so long. He's been in politics for so long. And only that, he was Barack Obama's vice president. Everybody loves Barack Obama. He's awesome. So Biden's affiliation with Obama is kind of what's pushing him further because, to be honest, he's not really saying anything in these debates. He's not really positioning himself as a standout leader, someone who's going to do something different, someone who's going to be innovative, and someone who's going to include his whole constituency in his decision making. I feel like he's a part of an establishment, which is no different than the Republican establishment. I feel like he can be easily influenced. I initially had plans on running for General Assembly in the state of New Jersey for North Central District, but I feel like the more time goes on, the more I see that our House of Representative elected, it's not really doing much in DC, and so I'm kind of going back and forth between running for General Assembly in 2021 or running for House of Representative in 2022. I think I have the power, I have the will, I have the ambition, I have the passion to run for the House of Representatives. And it gives me a lot of time to get my face out there, to get my name out there, for me to be really situated in the work that I'm doing in my community so that I have something behind me like, listen, this is what I've been doing and this is what I'm going to bring to the table on a national level, but also represent my people who voted for me in New Jersey.